Yeah, thanks. Keep it running. I'll be out there in a minute. Whew, what a game today. What a game. Oh, a lot of fun out there. For a while it was. I felt like the party had some bad chemistry today, though. You have 2 players sick. It's kind of hard to overcome that. I'm a little upset with that. Somebody was out of town. We had another person who thought hanging out with his girlfriend was more important. I'd really love to think that they're professionals at this point. They would understand that this is the life. This is what we need to be doing. Every other Saturday, you're right here. Nothing gets in your way. It's just very unprofessional, in my opinion. And I think it's some discipline will probably be needed from the league and the team on Monday for this. They just needed to get the message that you got to be here. The party relies on this. The world relies. I mean, the world's in danger right now, and they're gone, not even participating in the group. It's really sad. Other than that, I mean, the rogue was very special. I can say that. There was a lot of whining going on, a lot of it coming from the rogue, some of it coming from the wizard that was going on. You know, I understand some games might have better systems for other people, but the rogue maybe should have spent less time whining about the rules and more time actually reading the rules, so we could have built a decent character that could find a trap, as opposed to setting off every trap between here and the Goblin Cave. It's very unprofessional again. I mean, really, it makes you wonder, why are these guys at this level? I don't know. We're going to have to evaluate our roster. We're one of the worst parties at finding traps. I think there was 5 traps in this session, and every single time they set off the trap. They didn't find a single trap before it went off. Very bad. You walk in a cave, you find the big guy you need to kill, and what do? You set the cave on fire and let him run? I mean, what is he? This is amateur hour. Basically, I'm dealing with a bunch of idiots. That's what I have to put up with, is a bunch of idiots. Very frustrated. I'd say that's very frustrating. I do expect better in the future. I know our GM and our owner expects better in the future. The fan that was in attendance today, he expects better in the future. Everybody expects us to come here for this and to give us our best effort. I felt like we haven't done that yet. We're taking it for granted. We're mailing it in, and it's second game of the season. I got nothing else really to say. You guys got any questions? We're going to open up some questions here. Yeah, you.
Yeah, this is Joe from Fantasy Flight. How was the party today, in your opinion?
Well, as I said, very disorganized. You got a rogue that can't even find a trap. He can't make a strength check on his DC. All he does is roll 6. Can't even make that. Brags about how good he is at strength, and he gets swept away. Like, how do you build a character like that? In all my time as a GM, I've never seen a character built as poorly as that rogue was. I expected him to come to the table with better than that. Wizard, all I heard from him, whining today. Whine. Nothing but whine. I mean, watch the tape. All he does is complain. Every single thing you do. I'm not in charge range. I can't get around the skeletons. Nothing but whining. The only thing that really went well was the assassin climbing the bridge to kill the goblin. That was about the only thing that anybody did decent. So, bad chemistry. We're going to have to work on that. Maybe we're going to have to trade some players. I'm not sure. We will evaluate that on Monday when we get back into the office. We're going to take a day off. Monday we'll come back and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, you.
Yeah, this is Biff from Gizzards of the Coast. What happened, in your opinion, with the rogue when he lost XP there?
Well, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I prefer role-playing as opposed to just rolling the dice and playing. And quite honestly, we're in the middle of a fight. And we have a character go down, 0 hit points, no danger of dying, and the rogue pays 0 attention to what's going on in that situation. 3 turns go by, he doesn't pay attention to the down, I believe it was the assassin. And then all of a sudden the wizard goes down and he's dying, fails a dying check, fails a second dying check, to the point where he's about to die, and all of a sudden the rogue cares about going and rezzing him. Also, his character thought, oh, maybe I should go stabilize his character because he's about to die. I mean, to me, that's metagaming. And I just want to send the message, we are a professional party. Metagaming is not allowed in this group. If you're going to metagame, you're going to lose experience. It's that simple. It's really that simple. And if he has a problem with it, he can be a professional about it, learn to deal with it. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm Dolph from Pygo Games. And my question is, what happened with the charge distances today?
I'm not exactly sure I get what you're talking about with that. I mean, to me, it was pretty straightforward. You enter a room, you're 18 foot away from skeleton, so you're too far away to run and attack, too close to charge. The rules are the rules. I mean, it's pretty simple. If you don't want the rules does not benefit you, come in the room 5 feet away from him. Find the secret door. Pretty simple than that. You know, back in my day, we actually earned what we got from the GM. We didn't just expect the GM to hand us. Yeah, we didn't go expect the GM to give us Boots of Elvenkind first session. We went, we killed whatever had the Boots of Elvenkind, we took it. We earned what we had. This group, all they want me is give, 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 give. I don't want to earn it. I want it. You know, it is what it is. If you're going to enter the door 30 feet away from them, you're not going to be able to charge. It's that simple. Yeah, one more question. What do you got?
Here. Yeah, this is Amos from Bagel Games. The party seemed very disgruntled. Very disgruntled. How is it running a party like this?
It's difficult. It's difficult. It really makes me evaluate my professional choice at this point. You got a bunch of imbeciles, what it is, man. They're pricks. They're a bunch of pricks. That's really a bunch of whiny pricks is what I have to deal with. It's very unprofessional, as I've said, very unprofessional. Monday we're coming in, taking a day off tomorrow. Monday we're going to come in, we're going to hit the practice field hard, we're going to run some laps, we're going to roll some dice for a while, make them pick up a bunch, we're going to roll all day. We probably won't even hit the practice field till Tuesday, but when we hit the practice field, it's going to be rough because I'm very, very upset with how they acted. Very unprofessional, very against what this team and this organization stands for. We have built from the ground up, we've drafted, we've developed. Now it's time for our players to step up and do something. This ain't going to cut it anymore. We are professionals. We need to quit with the whining. Thank you.
Well, I felt it was a tough game today, but I feel that the team was up to the challenge. But it does look like the next session is going to be the toughest challenge of our career. It is hard to plan for a game when the rules change. First, the crits were double damage, which basically for low-level characters is pretty devastating. Then, we're going to damage your weapons and your armor. So next session, who knows what it's going to be? Maybe damage your weapons and armor, double damage, and we stand there with no armor on, naked, maybe a loincloth. Maybe you allow that. Don't know with this GM. Also, the GM makes it too easy to guess people's classes. You see a rogue. What, is he kidding? What school did he go to? I really think that maybe he's going to have to go to some class sensitivity training. And if he does, and the league decides that's what he needs to do, we'll just have to endure a substitute GM during that session. This GM also does worry me sometime with his stinginess. He really didn't want a player to borrow his book. Now, I can see if the player borrowed the book, took it home, and he had no access to it. But no, the player was right there next to him. He could have just asked for it back. It's not like the guy took the book and ran out the door. That's really all I got to say for right now. I am ready for some questions. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Gilbert from Flagging Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
How was the new rogue today?
Are you kidding me? Where did they draft this guy from? A rogue that can't spot. The only way he spots a trap is to run into it. How does that help the party? I'm hoping that maybe with some free agency action that may come around, that maybe we'll get a rogue that can actually spot traps without setting them off. Yes.
Yeah, this is Dolph from Pago. I was just wondering, was the dice cocked when the rogue re-rolled it? Seems the GM didn't think it was, but you could say it was, probably.
I was sitting I'm within 2 feet of what happened there. It was cocked. I don't care what looks the GM gave or what he says, it was cocked. What I'm thinking about next session is to bring some sunglasses and a white cane to hand it to the GM so he can do some proper calls. Yeah, that was just a very bad call by the GM. Yeah.
Joe, Fantasy Play again. How do you feel about the comment the fighter made about your healing in the previous session when you were the cleric?
All right. The party was being overwhelmed. I shooed the skeletons away, but we still had the problem with the elves, and people were getting hit by multiple elves. Things were just happening, and the fighter went down. Of course, he was the only character to go down in that battle. But I felt that my sound burst, which was doing damage, but also could stun the opponent so there's not as many attacks was more important than healing the fighter at that time. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, you.
This is Biff again. What about the charge distances? Always seems you're too far away to move and attack, but not far enough away to charge and attack. What's up with that?
Strange how that happens every combat. The poor fighter, he wants to go in there, do his job. I'm sorry, it's too far. You can't charge. So I am going to launch a formal complaint with the league, and we're going to see what happens with that action. All right, I'm going to take one more question. This is it. Okay, yes.
Ammo, Spiegel Games here. It seems you've tried, and others have too, but flanking seems very difficult in this.
Yeah. It just seems no matter what you try, the GM just doesn't let you get flanking. Oh, it's too close to the wall. There's no room. You can't get around there. It's very hard to do something like that or try things like that when the GM doesn't allow. No, 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 no. So again, this is another part of my formal complaint with the league to see if we can get some of this stuff addressed, because if this kind of stuff happens, who's going to come and pay for the games and watch them? You know, can't do this, can't do that. Nobody's going to watch a game like that. All right, well, thank you. And may all your dice roll 20s.
Hey, hi. Yeah, I just want to say I think I had a good game today. I tried to carry the party best I can, but I mean, really, there's really only so much one person can do. I mean, look at the group I'm saddled with here. I mean, we got the cleric that refuses to heal anybody. We've got the rogue that can't spot a trap other than when he falls into them. Then he complains when you get him out, which is great. What else we got? We got the wizard that hoards his spells like they're going out of style. Will not cast a spell to save anyone else's life. That's for sure. We've got the assassin that couldn't hit a goblin if her life depended on it because it did and she didn't. The ranger. The ranger that burns down a forest hunting deer. Yeah. So that's who I'm working with and doing the best I can, guys. All right, let's take a few questions. Yeah, you.
This is Phil with Gizzards of the Toast. What do you think about the new crit rules?
Okay, good. Yep, get the stupid questions out of the way first. I think crits in general suck. They're not fun for anybody, especially at first level when you can't take them. You just don't have the hit points. Hopefully we won't be first level for very long, but knowing this GM, it'll probably be for a while. So yeah, they suck. Yeah, you.
This is Mark from Pygo Games. Do you have any other complaints about the GM?
Oh yeah, do I? Wow. Where do I want to start with this? Yeah, let's start with the hidden hit points. You know, I mean, hit points are just a numerical representation of how beat up you are. Instead, we don't know that, and he gives us the verbal representation. So you're a little scratched up here, you got a hole there, blood's going out there, and it's not supposed to. And in my mind, whenever I hear that, I'm just turning that back into a number anyway. So it's not really immersing me anymore. It's just I'm acting with less information, and to me that takes away player agency, and I just don't like it. What else? Yeah, charging. Wow. Yeah, so I can stroll right up to something and smack it at 15 feet or less. I can charge it at 30 feet or more, but if it's between 15 and 30 feet, then I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. I just stand there and wave at it. I don't know how this makes any sense. If I can charge it at 30 feet, why can't I charge it at 25 feet or walk up to it at 20? I don't know. Anyway, this rule's got to change. It's got to change. You know what? I can keep going on about this GM, but I'll just leave it there because I don't want any fines. So, yeah, you over there. Yeah.
My name is Jeff, Beagle Games. Any other concerns about running another player's character? Because I saw you running the assassin out there today.
Not really. No concerns. I mean, yeah, all you really worry about at all is just getting somebody else's character killed. But, I mean, honestly, I don't care. It's somebody else's character. So, whatever. No. Yeah, you over there. Yeah.
Alex, Flagon Magazine, one of your biggest fans. I love you out there. Other than yourself, what went well today?
What went well other than me? Yeah, okay. It's one too many dumb questions, guys. I'm out of here. Bye.